What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Going into week 14 of the season. Start out. Let's get right into it. We've got Cleveland and Buffalo. Buffalo had a tough time against Minnesota. Had a lot of turnovers, so it really killed their chances of really doing anything. They're going up against Cleveland, who just came off of a win against Miami. I'm going to go with Cleveland. I don't think Buffalo will do as bad as they did. It's just one of those games where you just have a turnover fest, and they just need to fix a couple things. But Cleveland, I believe, will win this. And then you got Giants in Minnesota. Minnesota is still, I think they're trying to play and see maybe if they can make the playoffs. If not, they're going to need like a lot of help, though. But Giants came off of a pretty good win against the Redskins. Their defense did what they needed to do, got plenty of turnovers. Their offense is a little questionable at times, especially on their pass game. But, man, this is just one of those games you just never know what's going to happen. I think Minnesota's going to win this. I just have a feeling they're going to win this, but don't be surprised if New York wins, but I have a feeling Minnesota's going to win. So I'm going to go with the Vikings right here. And then you got Atlanta and Carolina. Atlanta, must I say more? Then you got Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Cincy coming off of enough tough loss, and Pittsburgh taking care of business what they needed to do against Baltimore. I'm going to have to go with the Steelers right now. That steel curtain's looking pretty nice. Troy Polamalu and all those guys up front, and their back end's looking pretty good too. Didn't do too bad, but Bolden did get some big plays on him. But other than that, I think they're doing pretty good on D. Then you got Oakland and Jacksonville. I'm going to have to go with Oakland. Oakland looked really good this past week against the Chargers, and I think they'll continue the fire going into this next game. And you got Tampa Bay and Washington. I'm going to have to go with Tampa. Tampa coming off of a tough loss against the Atlanta Falcons. A win that I think they really needed, and I think they'll bounce back here. Washington, they're just struggling right now, but yeah, I'm going to have to go with Tampa. And then you got the Rams and the Saints. It's in the Superdome. I'm going to have to go with the Saints because of that, but the Rams they're looking good this season, and I think they're going to win their division and make the playoffs. It's going to be between them and the Seahawks, and I think the Rams will take it. But yeah, I'm picking the Saints to win this game. Then you got the 49ers and Seahawks. Seahawks, as I said before, are a little inconsistent at times, and as are the 49ers. But I think the 49ers will win this game. This should be a close one, but you never know what could happen. But I'm going to have to go with the 49ers. And then you got New England and Chicago. Chicago just got done beating my Lions. New England just did every style to the Jets, every style imaginable to mankind. So I'm going to have to go with New England. Tom Brady was just looking ridiculous. I mean, man, what can you do about it, right? So I'm going to have to go with New England just because of that. It is in Soldier Field, so a lot of things happen in Soldier Field. You never know. They beat Green Bay in Soldier Field. They got Detroit in Soldier. They got a lot of dudes in Soldier Field this year. They're good at home, but I just don't see it happening to Brady and the Patriots. So I'm going to have to go with New England in that one. Then you got Miami and the Jets. Jets took every style imaginable by the Patriots, and Miami, I'm not sure. They're doing styles to themselves, so I'm going to have to go with the Jets right now. I think the Jets will bounce back right here. The quarterback situation, I'm not sure what's going on with Chad Henne right now, and I think they're missing Marshall or something, but they got to get something going, man. But I'm going to have to go with the Jets. I think they bounce back here. And then you got Kansas City and San Diego. San Diego, tough loss. This is a game they probably want to win, but I think the Chiefs are going to win. So I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs right here. I think they'll sweep the Chargers as the Oakland did. Then you got Denver and Arizona. Firing of Josh McDaniels. But something I didn't exactly agree with. I know the Denver fans weren't too happy with what he was doing and stuff, but you got to go through some tough times. That'd be like us trying to fire Jim Shorts right now. I don't think this would be a good time because the Lions are improving. Yeah, they're still a horrible team, but there is definitely some light spots in there. They're getting there, especially on offense. The defense still has a long way to go. We got to fix the linebackers and the secondary. So we still got a long way to go, but making improvements. So I didn't agree with the firing of Josh McDaniels, but yeah, I do think Denver will win this game. Arizona, they're struggling especially at quarterback position, but we'll see how that goes. And then you've got Philadelphia and Dallas. I think the Eagles will win. Dallas had a pretty good game against the Colts, but Peyton Manning, he's been throwing picks to everybody, so you can only figure out like how good someone's defense is right now when it comes to those guys, because Peyton's just throwing interceptions against everyone. But the Chargers, I'll give them credit. They have Manning's number, but Manning's just a little off right now, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Philadelphia. I'm not sure they're gonna be getting the same Christmas gift like Manning from Vic, so I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles right here. And then you got Baltimore and Houston. Which is a Monday night game. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore. The Texans, they're just so inconsistent, especially their defense. They'll do some good things, but they got to be a little more consistent than that. So I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore right here. So keep it. Baltimore's going to stay on track to make the playoffs, and probably still need some help to win the division. How it's looking, since they're 1-1 with the Steelers, and the Steelers have a better record, so they're going to need some help. All right, and then on to my game, which is Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. Of course, I'm going to go with Green Bay here. Lions are just struggling, like I said. The linebackers we're pretty soft in that area. It's kind of hard to make tackles, and those little short passes which the Bears got on us, and then it makes it worse because you got Aaron Rodgers and Donald Driver is looking like he's back, so that's not good. And then Greg Jennings, those are some very good receivers they got. Good thing Finley's not there, so I guess that's a plus. But Corliss isn't doing too bad either for the Packers. And their defense, they've got Clay Matthews and a lot of those other guys, so we're going to have to be on our toes against these guys and maybe make it an interesting game like we did against the Bears. I do not see the Lions winning, but they did do better than I thought against the Chicago Bears. I see some hope for the Lions, but Matthew Stafford's got to be there if we're going to do anything. We really need him for that pass game, especially if we want to spread the field like we need to, because Calvin Johnson's numbers could be a lot better. We need to try and get the ball to him more, but it's kind of hard to do that with the kind of skill type he has. He's a guy who can get away from the defense and spread it deep, but we don't really have the quarterback right now to do that. So it's kind of this year has been a little let down, but it's not something I can really judge on the team like as where the team is, because if Stafford had been here the whole season, I think their record would be a lot better right now. I don't know if they'd have made the playoffs, but I'd say that they'd have been at least close to maybe a 7-9 record or something like that, because there's a lot of close games they've been in that they just haven't been able to pull out. Probably part of the culture, but the Lions front, I like what I'm seeing in there, and they just need to work on the back end. It's going to be a tough one for Green Bay. It might be a long day, and I'm not sure if Fonza Smith will play, so that might be a blow to the corner position, and we'll see what happens, but it's just another one of those seasons, pretty disappointing, but you know what can you do, right? Lions fans, we just got to hold tough, and at least we're seeing improvements. I'm seeing improvements. I don't know how other Lions fans feel. We're still a horrible team, but they're starting to come up, and maybe in the next few years might be a team that can make the playoffs and maybe make some noise in the NFC North here in the next year or so. I think the Lions, they're definitely much better than their record, but we got to get it going. Stafford's got to stay healthy, hit the weight room, and Javid Best, he's looking pretty good. We've got Calvin, and so they got some playmakers on offense. Got a couple on D. Kyle Vanden Bosch didn't play last week. Hopefully he's back for this game, and should make it a very interesting one, and should be an interesting game. I don't know if it's going to be close or not. I didn't predict the last one to be close. That was pretty close, so you just never know what you'll get out of the Lions. They didn't do too bad for this last game, so we'll see what happens, and leave your comments and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time on the Detroit Lions Fonza. Later.